Let's try that again. And again. Let's try that again. Let me just put out the call upon Rowan and such. Oh no. Oh no, I remember what happened. Give me a second. Alright. So we just fixing something. Give me 1 second, guys. There we go. I'm here, don't worry. I usually fix some things. Alright, there we go. Perfect. And I've been live for like ages. Nice. It's annoying, and I can't edit the info, but whatever. Let's go. Let's do this. Sorry about that, everyone. There we go. It's gonna go into here as well, and I'm good to go. Alright. Finally! Welcome. I hope everyone's week has been fine. Mine has. It's been a lot. I finally finished writing the bad end for Holly Smiles at the end, like reinstating it and everything. It was so tedious, let's say that, but it's done now, and I finally got some renders going, so I can post some previews tomorrow, and then it's just hopefully smooth sailing. Because I think I built all the environments. It might be that I have to re-add the lighting, because halfway through I made Holy Smiles at the end. The DOS 3D just updated the entire thing, so ghost lights weren't working. So I couldn't see anything in the scenes, like they were just gone. All my lights just gone now. And what I hated the most was these amazing atmospheric lights, and I used them for Bumblebee's magic. Because it was like pin lights, so it was like small volumetric lights. It looked like small fireflies coming out of his hands. It was awesome. It is possible to fix it, but it takes it took like 1 minute before the setup. Now it takes like 10. So there you go. But yeah, all that should be good now. You will also notice that there's no Godot on my screen, and that is because my OBS refuses to show it. I do not know why. It just refuses to show it. I will try one last time to restart it. It's a shame because I got a lot of work done. So let's go in here. Maybe if I go into this one, it will work. Nope. It does this, and I never understood why. Sometimes it just refuses to show Godot. Anyway, what I have finished now, and it's such a shame you can't see it, is that the opportunity attacks works now. Oh yeah, I can't do anything. Because there's a thing about that though, right? I should have, oh my god, I should have backed up, oh no. I should have backed up the project. It is what it is. Anyway, the opportunity attack now works. So, when you move past the goblin, it attacks you. As I said last time, what I really want to do is to tie it to one class ability. And essentially what I've been doing since then is just like one annoying thing. It is buggy because it was something super annoying that happened. I forgot about it. What was it? Let's see. It was like something super annoying that happened. No, the up attack wasn't working. And then I started doing the UI, and I can't show anything, which is, what is this? Essentially, what I want to do now is, in the board itself, I want to have like a real, because I was essentially, I'm not gonna take all the credit for this because the AI helped me, of course. But as I was talking to it, like I was wondering, how do you make it feel like a card game when you're playing against it, the most? And it said, essentially, first it said, oh, I do an action, like your actions in a track, but then I was like, why don't you just rearrange the board so the middle is free? So when you put down a card or take a card, it will be in the middle and make it feel real. Like you're actually slamming down that bad boy in the middle, reverse, and such, And what I want to try with first is to tie the big actions with the battle UI I showed you guys in the big action cards, so you can see, okay, these actions you always have, and then put them, and then every time you click them, something happens. This also solves a really cool problem that you can't attack anyone you want, at least not in this game, because that would be too annoying, the code. But I do want to work some on it. Usually you can't see it, which is a damn shame. But anyway, let's see. So what I'm doing now is coding my very, very first one. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Add child, I remember this. Add button. So what I'm doing now too is, I mentioned it last time, is that I wanted a God mode class for me when I playtest this, because it really saves so much time. But I was too yes, button, great, lazy to do it, but now I have it. There we go. Now let's try this. So what I did now is that I created a new node in this tree. You can see it here. You see now. And of course the grid is not attached to it. Why don't I even... No wait, I know what's... I do this all the time. Nope. That's a damn shame. And now I can't see my die rolls. I can't even roll. Alright. Oh no. So essentially what I did too is that I disconnected all the nodes for the old battle UI, because I'm creating the new one I told you about, where you roll for movement and such. So yeah, that might be why I'm not seeing the thing. So let's function let's see, because then let's move on. It was not removed, okay. I have an idea. I don't know if it's this, but let's see what happens. Like on the camera, I just preview. I save. Ah, fuck. Let's try that again. Alright, so I'm just gonna wait for this one to stop it. It's spreading out. I need to go into the artsy value and see if that's the cause of it. I do not think so at all, but what can you do? But as we're waiting on the AI to help us out, save my ass again. So this I can't do this now because I guess I have to do it next week instead. But I wanted to show you the cards. Actually, let's see. Can I just show you that 3D? Let me see. Let me open it and see. Because I did want to do some work on it before I go to sleep anyway. So let me try starting it and see if I can show you guys. Because this is sort of relevant. Anyway. But then, anyway, the cards, I will do them placeholders with AI. Those ones I do want an artist to do. So that's a problem with, like, an unfortunate byproduct of the whole AI thing, is that if you've ever done AI, like I have, I've been honest with it, right? And then you reach out to an artist, I'm really worried that they will be like, oh, you use AI in your game. Even though that's, nothing to do with their art, so they might not want to work with me or something, which is okay. Alright, fair enough. But that one is fair, but this, or is it? I mean, it is each on to their own. I mean, they could just say to me, oh, you're Swedish, I don't work with Swedes. Strange, but okay, there you go. I mean, the argument you make against that, right, is that it defeats. It's a similar problem, right? Let's say you start a restaurant and you go like, oh yeah, I'm not gonna serve any Swedish people at all. Okay, then no Swedes will come to your restaurant and you won't get any revenue from Swedish people. Then all those Swedish people will go back to Sweden and complain that we couldn't dine at this one restaurant. Then it's gonna be a whole, thing where people think like, oh man, you're being xenophobic against Swedes, screw you and stuff like that, right? Then with the AI thing, like, imagine you have some guy, right, who is making way less than I am. Let's say makes $100 a month, okay? And then he, which isn't like, and the point is, $100, it's too good for an artist to make, honestly. If you make more than $0, you're at least making something, You're richer than most artists in the world, let's say that. Now, And then you use AI in all the games, and then you're like, okay, cool. And then you're like, oh, you know what? I'm actually gonna, even though I'm making very little money, I'm gonna actually, still buy art. And then you go to some guy and ask him, hey, can you do some art for me? I will pay you. And then they're like, oh, you used AI before. I'm not gonna help you. Fuck you. And then it's like, okay, then damned if you do, damned if you don't at that point, right? And that's what I'm worried about. Because then, okay, fine, then everyone will start using AI because it's their only choice. You use it once, you're not allowed in our friend group anymore. And then it's like, okay, alright. That's what I'm most deadly afraid of. The other thing is more, a business thing, that like, okay, okay, alright, then you are saying no to a lot of revenue, which is fine. I mean, if you think that AI images are that much of a problem, and you are like, yeah, then sure. But with those cards, at least, like all the cards, I want them to like with one artist. But I think I will, since this one character this time, it's not a talisman, where it's like fucking 18 characters, right? This is one character, and if I can just get one guy and he does all of them, or a girl, whatever, then it is what it is. We're gonna continue very soon because they responded, speaking of. But I did want to, because they got one question about the Stepford game, or whatever you want to call it, right? As I said, like, this system I'm developing, I want to use it for other games, right? And as I said before, I haven't looked into it that much. I want to just value are working great. Let's go remake this thing. Because then the next step, right? The next thing after Battle UI is the visual novel angle. And the thing that I just hope exists is that you can just port your animations, I'm going to say 8 female, into Godot smoothness. That's what I hope exists. I'm too scared to look it up. And then, you buy a license for those things. So, I mean, obviously, like, since I don't have, sorry guys, I don't have $100,000, I will have to reuse some assets and stuff. But I will look into it and, like, because there is a merchant resource for United 8 female, where you can do your own skin and stuff. And then you can just do the base sliders. And I mean, most of my characters were used, I did them with base sliders. Sylvester, for example, base sliders. Lucille has one, I think, that it's not. But that's what it is. I'm gonna see if I can show you, because then I can show you something really cool I've been working on. Let me see. No, it's just not. That's a shame. Okay, I'm gonna have Das up anyway. I wanted to show Connor Bing. I have shown her on Twitter. Anyway, let's see here. Okay. Let's see if this works. Yeah. It's not here. Yeah. Systems. Why? Yes. Let's try that again. 5. There we go. Awesome. So now I'm just gonna go up here and I'm done. And now I'm gonna see this again. Awesome. Okay, the opportunity attack is there, it's still not working, it's what I missed. Okay. That's so weird, because it's like hits for free damage, but opportunity attack missed. Okay. I'm very curious, can I pick up a card? Yes. It works. It works. Does it do a hit? No. Alright. Anyway, it sort of works now. Awesome. So God mode class is working. But I noticed some errors. And that's bad. Let's just read up the message and you will understand what's wrong. Let's fix these errors. Output log in data UI window is cluttered. When each new round starts, I want it to be cleared. Round goes like Sylvester attacks. Her turn ends. Goblin does his thing. Turn end. Next turn. Sylvester does her actions. Alright. Great. Now, I want to talk about something. Because, as I said, I finished writing down all Birds and Bees. It's done. I will not really change anything about it. I know where everything ends. I know who lives or who dies. And that's about it. But I was thinking, right, if it will allow you so will to join me on this deep philosophical rant. Or deep, I mean, that depends on who's listening and what you think is deep, I guess. But I was thinking, right, as I got to the end, because I mean, these are biblical pre-Andaluvian creatures we are, dealing with, pre-Andaluvian morals and such. Andaluvian, for those of you who don't know, that means pre-flood, so pre-Noah essentially. And how would they feel like if they meet like a cheating wife, they'll probably not be too happy about that. Remember Autumn Boulevard, right? So I mean, I had all these ideas and endings in mind, but as I got to the end, I was thinking to myself, right? I'm not saying this is how it ends, but it is a thought that I will say comes up, and that is central. If you have, let's say you're doing it now, right? And, or like, you know what? Let's flip it. You're a girl dating a guy, and you're married to this guy, right? And you love him, and then he cheats on you, and he says like, "I will never do that again. I'm so sorry. I will do whatever in my power to regain your trust." And let's say for some reason you knew he was telling the truth. You just knew he was telling the truth. You knew this guy will never ever cheat on you again. It was a one-time thing, or you know how many times that affair lasted. It's over now. He's never gonna cheat on you again. If you guys rebuild trust with each other, is not your relationship then stronger than a relationship where this did not take place? Because you went through that, and that's like one of the biggest, things you can do to, break trust with someone, right? Cheat on them. But if you get through to the other side, right? Then you built up so much trust that the irony here is that the couple that didn't cheat, would they have less trust if we just see it as a objective, super functional, like post, like not even modernism at this point, right? We're going further away. Would they not have more trust? Like if we could measure it somehow, like when we die and we actually meet, like, someone who measures all our relationships, and yeah, this is a thought that stuck with me. So that concept is being explored. I'm not saying that is how it ends. I'm not saying that's how our person ends. I'm not saying that at all. The ending is, I'm trying to think if it's like, because remember there are 3 more parts of the story, right? So this is the first part. But I'm thinking like if you can guess the ending, is that possible? There's some plot twist I would be very surprised if someone guesses, but some parts I have hinted at, foreshadowing. That was the word I was looking for. But yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna end this stream a little short today because Godot is not showing up, so I can't really show you guys what I'm doing. But I did actually get a lot of grounds covered today. So thank you all for listening, and so long, and good night.